Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at the 8-cent price point on VeChain. It's above 8 cents finally yet again, and we're at a 6.19% increase in the last 24 hours. VeChain is still one of the most talked about, most loved cryptos out there, and there's great reasons as to why that is. It's a coin with such diverse solutions for so many different problems in the ecosystem out there today, and I think VeChain is going to continue to be one of those coins that a lot of us want to look into farther because there's so much utility, like I said, and use cases behind VeChain that makes this altcoin special. And I think a lot of people, like I said, are very intrigued by VeChain. We see a lot of great potential partnerships, integrations, and obviously solutions coming to VeChain. And I just want to talk a little bit about those today and really kind of cover really where we could see price prediction wise VeChain in the future for June, July, and 2021. So we're still in that FUD or manipulation stage, kind of in this accumulation phase that a lot of us really kind of predicted. And if you look at the Wyckoff event, we've talked about that as well. We won't really be bringing up a graph this time around, but we are kind of at the lowest point according to that Wyckoff event. Now, obviously, recovering from that lowest point, I do think we are going to see VeChain do very, very well in the upcoming months ahead. If we take a look at the last month, like I said, a 6.4% decrease, not too bad. Many coins doing much, much worse than VeChain when it comes to the last month. I do want to talk really, like I said, about the price predictions, but before we do that, make sure to guys quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video if you guys want to learn more about VeChain as well as so many other altcoins and cryptocurrencies out there. We see a $5.1 billion market cap right now and a volume right around $700 million. And if you guys don't know what VeChain actually is, VeChain is a cryptocurrency and smart contracts platform focused on supply chain management. It allows manufacturers to add sensors such as RFID tags to their products that can then record data onto the VeChain blockchain. So there's a lot to really talk about today, but jumping into the first one, VeChain official actually tweeted out a tweet about built on VeChain Thor. VTrust is now adopted by local Chinese government for better COVID-19 risk management. It really currently covers over a total of 95 communities and over 300K residents, showcasing why VET continues to be the leader in blockchain. So this is a huge deal, and it really just continues to show China's support for VeChain. And having China's support for pretty much anything is going to help you do bigger and better things, definitely when you are based in really China altogether. I guess that's another thing. I'm kind of getting my words twisted here because I'm kind of excited about explaining this part as well. So if you guys are kind of new to VeChain, one thing you should know is China is one of the offices or one of the major offices where VeChain is located. But the biggest thing is, getting China's really love and then also having offices in Europe, US, Singapore, and Japan is going to provide so much benefit to this company, to this coin, to this crypto. And I think realistically, the utility built behind really China's support, but also having offices in other countries building support there is going to be so big for this ecosystem as a whole as we continue to grow and adopt. And I think, the diverse solutions are going to really open the door for VeChain into so many different industries and, like I said, countries as well. So jumping back to a couple of different tweets here we have to look at. There's some speculation of different partnerships that could be potentially possible and a lot of big things coming on board as well. So, several new projects have been accepted for the 1 million grant program to encourage developers and communities to build on VeChain. I guess build on VeChain is the hashtag here, as I can't talk. But, this is definitely a great thing to see. $1 million of grant coming to VeChain, making really community members interested in building in that ecosystem, building really that efficiency and transparency behind the ecosystem here. And I think, moving forward, we're going to see a lot of great projects jumping on board. But jumping into the next one, we see VeChain Field Security Code. A few days ago, basically in Suzhou City, launched the Chagin Code, covering more than 300,000 local residents. And you guys can probably pronounce that better than me. If you guys want to correct me in the comments, that would be great. Shanghai, not Shanghai, obviously, but I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that. But the project is based on VeChain Toolchain PaaS to build an urban public health and safety management platform. So we can actually see a lot of potential behind this, showing that blockchain helps public health and epidemic prevention. Nearly 200 public places go online with field security code, and you can see that here in both of these articles. I do want to take a look at one more quick potential, I guess, partnership that could be taking place is VeChain and the Floodgates. They talk about Floodgates is proud to have organized on June 21st in Shanghai the first or B2B event of French wines. More than 50 wines from 15 Chinese expert really were on display. So we can actually see that here. You probably can't see much in this article here, but if you want to read into this, you definitely can. They do talk about floodgates being a big deal, and really, like I said, this could be opening a new spot for VeChain to really take advantage and jump in. And I think, a lot of possibilities are here with VeChain. We see so much utility, like I said. And another thing to really mention is I move this over for you guys to see. You should be able to see the proven expertise in many industries. So like I talked about, diverse, really diverse solutions across the board. And that's exactly why industries are looking to get involved with VeChain. They can do anything from fashion, wine, automobile, food safety, carbon emission reduction, and agriculture. You also have the easy to deploy blockchain, platform. So it's robust and secure blockchain infrastructure featuring turnkey solutions with both software and hardware, ensures a quick implementation for enterprise and developers. They also talk about their partner network for really ecosystem expansion. So a lot of possibilities here. I'm going to move this back over, and we're going to jump over to our price chart now. So jumping into our price chart, we do see an 8.91% increase. So a great increase now from 0.0783 all the way up to a 0.0810. So a great 24-hour increase. A lot of coins doing very, very well. Like I said, almost a 5% increase across the board in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin's getting closer to 35K. Ethereum above 2K yet again. Cardano's about at $1.40. XRP up at 10%. So many coins doing very, very well. And VeChain is one of those. It really is not being left out at all. We see an 8-cent price point right now. Like I said, very close to 9% in the last 24 hours. I do want to talk about, what's coming for VeChain though. So like I said, so many different possibilities, but, we need to start hearing some of these announcements to take place before we can start to see maybe a 15, 20, 25% increase in a 24-hour span. And I think something like that is going to take place because so many people are willing to invest in VeChain at this point. So many people already are invested in VeChain. They just don't have their, full portfolio invested, which is a good thing, but they don't have, a lot of their portfolio invested. They may have invested, 5% to 10% of their portfolio at most into VeChain. And I think, that's a great thing to have the opportunity to really grab that many users. And we see so many different people holding VeChain. And I think realistically, like I said, we're going to see more and more people jumping on board with VeChain as soon as we get some bigger announcements, some bigger things taking place. And I think some big news or some big updates could be huge for VeChain's future. And I think we're going to see a great price point moving from, June's probably not going to do much. We've talked about really this June being a rough month. I think July, late July specifically, could be a great month for us. But, June is going to be a struggle. I think we're going to stay around the 7 to 10 cent price point at the very, very least. By the end of July, if we do break out, VeChain could easily push to higher marks. And I think, 27 to 28 cents is definitely out of reach for July specifically. But I think we could see about a 15 to 22 cent range based on TA. And I think, I always do TA before we jump in. And I was looking at some of the different possibilities. If we don't see any movement by the end of July and we're still stuck around this 7 to 12 cent price point, I think there's going to be a lot of movement, coming in that 3 to 6 month range as we get closer and closer and really getting closer and closer to being out of this manipulation, FUD, or accumulation stage. So jumping into late July, we have a shot, like I said, at 15 to 22 cents. But if we don't move, that's perfectly fine. It's just going to be a matter of time before VeChain pushes its way by the end of the bull market, by the end of the really year or bull market, whatever comes last. I think we are going to see VeChain pushing closer and closer, like I said, to its previous all-time high, plus a lot more. I think $1 to $2 is still within reach if VeChain does have some, pretty massive partnerships or, any big news or updates that they've been talking about, working behind the scenes all this time. And I think a lot of us are very excited to see that work that they've been working on behind the scenes. So, it's going to be a great time to continue to keep you guys up to date with crypto, as well as altcoins, obviously featuring VeChain, as well as Cardano, as well as so many other crypto altcoins that are your favorites. So make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video if you guys want to stay up to date